All right, we got a little bit of work to do over there. What do we got going over here? Welcome back to the Golf Fix. We're in the Swing Fix now, and I've got specialist Victor Lindenberg-Lewis. We had a chance to get these swings logged in the break, and now we're going to show you and Punk what we can do. First of all, setup position looks very, very good here. And when you take that club back, that club is moving in a really good position. You get up to the top here, that's an excellent spot right there. Really like that. The forearm is working beautifully across the shoulder line there. I love that. And then as you're coming back down, you do a nice job of getting down into that shot, compressing that club nicely. Rotation is really, really good. That's an excellent motion, no doubt. Something that you've worked hard to get done. There's one little flaw that I want to try to take care of, and this is something that we see in the face-on position. So if I draw a line going across your head right here, right at the top of the swing, now what I want you to pay attention to is watch how your body works. You're going to take this club back, and what happens is that the body, as it starts to go, it moves up and away. So what you can see here is as we start to go back, you see that little rocking motion that you create right there, and how the body goes up and above that line? That's a problem. Because as you start to change the levels of the body right here at the top of your swing, you see how tall up there? You're all the way, you're the entire crown of your hat. And so what happens is that you lift up and move back and away, and we've got to try to create some stability there. And as a result, what happens is now you have this big, huge sway that goes down into this. You can see that right there. Do a beautiful job of recentering the weight into the body, which is great, but the body has moved so far out of the way. What we've got to do is we've got to get that a little bit more stable there, okay?
Okay.
You get me? All right, so let's head on over to the hitting area right here. I'm going to grab one of these right here. And what I want you to do right now is just drop your club on the ground, if you would. Set up like you're going to hit a shot. And I want you to cross your arms across your chest, and then hold this alignment rod right in there like that. Now, in your swing, what's happening is that this part of the alignment rod, this part right here, when you're going back, is pointing up to camera 5 right over there. Okay. And what I want you to do is I want you to take this so that this points down, 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 down to the golf ball right there. Now, you feel how much lower you feel like you are right there?
Yes.
This position right here, that feels like you're going down, doesn't it?
Yeah.
All right, now do it yourself. There you go. You feel that? What does that feel like you're doing? Does it feel like you're dropping your left shoulder? Does it feel like it's rotating at all, or is it just dropping?
Just dropping.
Okay, so go ahead and do it again. Beautiful. All right, now what I want you to do is I want you to let go of this, grab your club. We're not going to hit a ball here. You're just going to do the same thing. No, hold the club like you're going to hit a shot. My fault there. And you're going to create the same motion. We're not going to swing through. All we're going to do is stop at the top right there. Okay. And I'm going to hold this above the head, and you're going to go up to the top. Now, do you feel how that kind of hit on that? Go ahead back down there again. So what I want to do is I want to make sure that this doesn't hit this alignment rod right there. You're going to take it off and go down. Go ahead. Down, down, down. Now you're rising up. It's not going down enough. So I want this to go down, okay? Down, there you go. That's what I want you to feel. Now, you're not going to do that, actually, but that's what it's going to feel like, okay? All right, so now what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and make a swing where you go up to the top and then stop and then come through. So really overdo that feeling. Let that drop down. Good, and then go through. Okay, so you're going to, let me remove the ball here. What I want you to do is I want you to go up to the top, stop, and then I want you to go through at your normal pace. So you're going to feel that drop down. Drop down, drop down, drop down. Good, now go. There you go, good. Do it again. So you're dropping down, drop down, 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 down. Good, now go. Beautiful. Now what I want you to do is I want you to do it in full motion, slowly. Don't stop at the top there. Just make that motion and then go through. Okay? Beautiful. Do you get that?
Yes, sir.
Okay, now we're going to hit one. So what is that? Feels like that shoulder is still dropping down, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, beautiful. All right, so now you're going to hit this one slowly. Good. And what I want you to do is I want you to drop that down even more. So you're going to do one more for me, and I want you to really exaggerate that, okay? Really feel like that left shoulder's going down. And don't be afraid to exaggerate it. There you go. Okay, so it's a little bit of a different feel, isn't it? Something that we got to get used to, letting that shoulder go down just like that. That's certainly something that we can work on maybe in the break here before we come back and we bring out Domingo here. So don't go anywhere. We just finished up with Punk. What we're going to end up doing, we're going to bring out Ding. Ding's going to work on his swing. We put that in the swing fix as well, so you don't want to miss that. Stick around. You're watching the Golf Fix. Nice. All right, jump in there again.
Okay.
Do that again. Feel that going down. All the way down here to our set to help you with their game. Let me introduce to you, this is Specialist Victor Lindenberg-Lewis, and over here on the right is Sergeant Domingo Eslava. They go by nicknames, okay? So we are now going to be calling Victor Punk, and we're going to be calling Domingo Ding, all right? So just so everybody gets how this works. Now, Punk, you are with the Hope for the Warriors. First of all, let me say thank you. Let me say thank you for coming down here, but for what you're doing for our country. And Ding, thank you very much for what you're doing for our country. I really appreciate it. I love the color shirt, by the way.
Excellent.
So let's talk about Hope for the Warriors project. It's certainly something that means a great deal to both of you. Speak a little bit to it.
Hope for the Warriors. I kind of got in contact with them a few years ago just through a couple of golf events. And after learning, spending more time with them, learning a little bit more about what they do, it's just a great charity organization, a nonprofit that helps warriors out in time of need, helping out families who have been injured in combat, or just need help in general. For them, they've helped me out basically by just giving me motivation, giving me
provide some opportunity for you to get out there, play some golf, and
sir.
They do way more than just golf stuff. They're involved with a lot of different things, aren't they, Ding? I mean, they're helping guys out with the canoeing and all that stuff, right?
The bikes. There's a lot of people that have that are amputee below the knee.
Welcome back to our very special Memorial Day Golf Fix. To my left, you know them, Specialist Victor Lindenberg-Lewis and Sergeant Domingo Eslava. And Punk, let's talk a little bit about how you got here.
Well, it was in 2009. We were going on a mission, a night mission, to talk to a village elder about possible Taliban sightings. And our squad got ambushed, and I sustained some injuries that wasn't able to let me continue to fight. So they medevaced me to launch to Germany to undergo some medical treatment, and found that I needed some more follow-up care. So they brought me to Womack Army Medical Center, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, to continue my medical treatment.
I know there's a lot of people that are sitting here looking at your sunglasses and are thinking, boy, those are smoking, but there's a reason why you wear those.
Correct. I have an eye condition called, I'm photophobic, which I'm really sensitive to light, which causes headaches and fatigue. So I'm required to wear them for to lessen my headaches and so I'm not so fatigued throughout the day.
And so what are the actual injuries that you suffer from other than the headaches and the light sensitivity?
I suffer from traumatic brain injury from the explosion, from the blast. I suffer spinal cord injury, nerve damage in my spine, nerve damage in my right leg and my right arm. I also suffer from post-traumatic stress disorder, which
We all understand that. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yep. No need to explain that. We know. We get it. Ding, let's talk a little bit about you.
All right.
We love that bright, smiley face.
I
but
like it.
Unfortunately, I'm sure that
very
in
positive.
your situation, it wasn't so much like that. What happened?
Unfortunately, no. It was my second tour, and I was in Afghanistan. And unfortunately, one evening, I noticed my heart kind of felt a little funny, and I woke up the next morning and it was racing and it was pounding. So I was seen at the doctor, and they're like, all right, your heart's out of whack. We need to get you back down to back to the States and see what's going on. And we're not quite sure what happened, but they went in there and they found like all my left side, my lungs were filled with blood. There was, I was coughing up a lot about it at the time, and then at my end diagnostic was it was pulmonary vein stenosis, which is narrowing of the veins inside the lungs, and they're not quite sure what the problem was. So my condition was so rare, I had to go to the Mayo Clinic, to one of the best doctors in the world, and just to try to figure out what's going on. So that it just really limited my activity to not doing the things that I'm used to be able to do. I used to like to run and like to do all the weightlifting and all that good stuff, kickboxing with the friends. But now, that I didn't have that, and I had suffered from PTSD from that, and a lot of stress and a lot of anxiety was the biggest thing. And just not be able to go out and do the things. My life totally changed after this.
Yeah.
It was hard. It was really hard.
Well, I was treated to a picture of your daughter, and I know that that's very important to you. Talk a little bit about Memorial Day and what Memorial Day means to you.
Memorial Day is a great day to remember all your buddies that that have fallen, and you have a lot of close friends that you're out there with, and they're your brothers, and it's a good day to remember them, and just for all of us to come together and figure out and pretty much just praise how they lived.
Yep.
And remember them, and it's a good day. It's a good day for all of us.
And I know, Punk, that it means something to you too as well, right?
Yes, sir. It means a lot to me. Not necessarily, just the modern war the modern war that's going on, but the past wars as well. Now, having gone through combat and sustained injuries, I can only imagine what the previous military went through, just because they didn't have the sophisticated equipment and the medical
resources
that we have now. I look back on what they went through, and I just it just must have been hard. I just imagine and keep those soldiers who got injured in the past wars close to my heart.
And your thoughts and prayers, and certainly I appreciate everything that you've done coming down here, but I also what you do for our country and what you do for our freedom. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Ding, thank you very much for everything you've done for us. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much.
All righty, we've got more questions for our military personnel, or from our military personnel, when we return to a very special golf fix. It's Memorial Day. See you on the other side. Nice job. Thanks again. You guys are awesome.
Thanks a lot, Mike.
Come in. All the way down here to our set to help you with their game. Let me introduce to you, this is Specialist Victor Lindenberg-Lewis, and over here on the right is Sergeant Domingo Eslava. They go by nicknames, okay? So we are now going to be calling Victor Punk, and we're going to be calling Domingo Ding, all right? So just so everybody gets how this works. Now, Punk, you are with the Hope for the Warriors. First of all, let me say thank you. Let me say thank you for coming down here, but for what you're doing for our country. And Ding, thank you very much for what you're doing for our country. I really appreciate it. I love the color shirt, by the way.
Excellent.
So let's talk about Hope for the Warriors project. It's certainly something that means a great deal to both of you. Speak a little bit to it.
Hope for the Warriors. I kind of got in contact with them a few years ago just through a couple of golf events. And after learning, you know, spending more time with them, learning a little bit more about what they do, it's just a great charity organization and nonprofit that helps you know, warriors out in time of need. You know, helping out families who have been injured in combat,
Yep.
or just need help in general. For them, they've helped me out basically by just giving me motivation, giving me
Provide some opportunity for you to get out there, play some golf, and
Yes, sir.
they do way more than just golf stuff. They're involved with a lot of different things,
Oh, yeah.
aren't they, Ding? I mean,
Lot.
they're
They do a lot.
helping guys out with the canoeing and all that stuff, right?
The bikes. There's a lot of people that have, you know, that are amputee below the knee.